Welcome to the tips for the 16th of February 2025. So let's have a look at how we did yesterday. And as I said, I wasn't betting on these, just working out what is working when you look at all odds and also looking at what kind of staking works best with it. So we didn't do too bad. We had two losers in there. One came in at $7.63 and the other one came in at $4.51. So I did see more territories won, the one that was at 763 quite easily, whereas Click Cap just got in there in the final few strides. So the rest of them were fairly good. We obviously were correct on those. Now, three of the selections went outside, these ones in yellow, went outside of the odds that I had set at the acceptable odds. So we'll track that and see how that goes as well. Now, depending on which staking you wanted to do, I've looked at three options here that I'm just going to track, and I may put in a bit of a Kelly stake as well. But these are the standard three. You've got your stake, so 1 divided by P. So if you looked at your unit size, say it was $100, you'd just divide it by the odds. You've got the standard laying staking for Betfair if you're using Betfair starting price, which is 1 divided by P minus 1. And the last one I have just staked at $1 per selection, so that if you are correct on that bet, you won $1. That way we can just compare the three staking plans and see how they do. So if we look at 1 divided by P, it was a loss of $57. If we looked at the standard liability calculation for Betfair starting price, it was minus $78. That is always risking essentially $100. This one is risking up to the $100. This one is risking whatever the odds are. So this one, we actually made a profit of $1.95. And that's because essentially you're risking more on those longer shots. And if they do come in, it'll hurt that staking plan more, whereas the others, it won't. But if short prices come in, it doesn't hurt as much. Okay, so just going to leave that there and jump into today's selections. Done two meetings again, which is Port Macquarie and Benalla. So we'll start with Port Macquarie. Race 2, number 6, Stratum Chief. Tab odds were $13. I've set up to $20. It's rated several lengths behind the top contenders in this race. Race 3, number 5, Linford. Its tab odds were $9. Again, I've set up to $20. It's been running a little bit in the middle of the pack. I expect it'll fall in the middle of the pack during the run and not run on in the straight. Then we've got race 4, number 8, October Revolution. It's $7 on the tab. I'm willing to go up to $10. It's a very competitive race. I think it'll go close, but I think there's a few others that will just rate that slight bit better on this one and win. But $10 feels about reasonable for this horse. Then we jump to race 6, number 14, Hell of a Fox. It's the second favourite at $4.40 on the tab. I'm willing to go up to $6. It's got a wide barrier, and it's not quite up to the favourite in this race, so I'm expecting the favourite to end up in front of it. Then we've got Port Macquarie race 7, number 18, Toy Story. It's $26. I couldn't find anything in the lower odds on this race, so I'm willing to go up to the $80 on this one. It has a lot of class horses in this race, and this is barrier 17, which is going to put it behind a lot of those horses. There's a lot that want to get to the front. There's probably a bit of a battle up the front in this race. But Even though this one will fall behind, I think it's going to be a little bit too far behind to catch the class of horse that it's running against. Then we've got race 8, number 1, Too Much Information. It's $5, so I believe it's the second or third favourite. I'm willing to go to $6 on that one. It is carrying a bit of weight and its form has been a little bit patchy lately. I think the weight and that patchy form just add up that it likely won't win this race. Then we've got Benalla, race 1. Number 1, Aku, $7.50 on the tab. I'll go up to $12. It needs a massive improvement to win this. I actually think that a first starter will win this race and not one of those that has run before. Then we've got race 2, number 2, Schimmelbusch is how I think you say that one. It's $5.50, so again, it's right up there as one of the favourites. I'm willing to go to $6. I don't think its running style, which is running at the back, is going to suit barrier 1. It'll likely get caught up when it comes out of the gate, and it's going to get caught against the fence behind some horses, and it may have nowhere to go when it hits the straight. So just looking on that one, I think going to $6, there's a fairly good chance it's going to get caught behind some horses. Okay, then we've got race 3, number 9, Blackfish. It's $9.50 on the tab. I'm willing to go all the way up to $30. The favourite in this one is a clear favourite. It likely wins this race. And this horse is not showing anywhere near enough form to win against the other horses in this race. Then we got race 4, number 3, Sea Strike. It's $3.80. It is the favourite. I'm willing to go up to $4.50. It's based on the rating that I have for this favourite against the second and third favourites. And it's also the first time it's raced on good ground. So I'm kind of second guessing the trainer here. And they're throwing on good ground just to see how it runs. But there's a reason it's been running on soft and heavy grounds up until now. I think that it may not perform on the good ground as well as they're hoping, but it may. So it is a bit of a risk, that one. If it does actually like the good ground, it could go on to win. And I think people are putting it in there as a favourite because they have it running on the good ground and improving in some lengths. Then we've got Benalla race 5, number 2, Nordic Pride. I've got that on the tab at $10. I'm willing to go up to $12. It's got class, but this is just the wrong distance. It's a warm-up race. Could the class prevail and win this race? I doubt it, but I don't want to go higher than 12. Race 7, number 8, Dirty Grin. It's $3.20 on the tab. I'm willing to go up to $4. It is a favourite. It's a bit of a suspect favourite. It's failed at odds on before, and I've got it rated behind 4 other horses in this race. So given it's rated behind the 4 horses and it's lost at odds on before, I just feel it's worth the chance to take that favourite on. And Benalla race 8, number 10, Thunder Force. It was $12 on the tab. I'm willing to go all the way up to $30. Again, it's one of those horses that's just doing a warm-up race at this distance. Its distance is too short, and looking at the top few in this race, they are distance specialists that should perform and put in a good showing. So that's going to be it for today. Just the 2 tracks that I have covered. Hopefully we get a clean sweep. See how we go again. Again, I'm just collecting some data. I'll probably collect data till I get up to about 100 horses, see what's working, what's not working, see how the staking is performing for those 3 that I have there. Start looking at what odds ranges and whether the odds that I'm putting in it that are acceptable are fitting those lower odds on horses. But yeah, let's see how it goes today. And look, if we find the lower priced horses don't work, there's always the option to just move back and tip the long shots again, as they were obviously making a profit. Okay, have fun watching the racing today. and I will try to get a video up again, maybe even a few times this week, just with the midweek racing. Okay, enjoy your day and thanks for watching.